Hey guys and gals, it's your buddy Drew from Living History's Mysteries and Ferocious Feline Productions. As those of you that are regulars to the channel know, we have a love and respect for other creators, other people that isn't constricted by race, religion, belief, identity. As I was going through trying to find a video that for once could be taken seriously and not a joke, I ran across a man that I have a lot of respect for, and I have for many, many years through his acting, his music, his stance on equal rights, on rights, period. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail before the video. I'm going to let you check it out. It's a little different than what we normally do, but the message, wow, the message. Check this out. This is good.
You think you live in a free country, when statistically, this is the most violent country on earth. More violent than the two other countries that come close, Scotland and Australia. And it's more than twice more violent than either one of those countries. That is a statistical fact. So I don't go for the facades, man. I don't go for the Orwellian reality. I've only two concerns in my life: racism and freedom. I want to see freedom for my people in my lifetime, somewhere in the Western Hemisphere, whether it's in the Northwest Territories of Canada or somewhere high in the Andes. My people are going to be free. And we're going to stop Denver from celebrating Columbus. And we're going to stop Denver from celebrating Indian killers. You know, we're going to stop the United States of America from naming, dehumanizing names and employing and paying caricatures. Columbus has to die. After 500 years, kill him! Kill Columbus! His legacy still lives. Columbus has to die. You know, it's because of Columbus that we are primitives. Well, let me tell you, I am a born-again primitive, and I am proud. And I am a born-again primitive. His legacy, that we are not human beings. You know, it wasn't until 1898, less than a century ago, the Pope declared us to be human beings. 1898. And he's coming to Denver. I'm going to be here. And if the Pope, and if you all don't kill Columbus, I'm going to make sure the Pope kills Columbus when he gets here. And if he doesn't, he's going to remember his visit. And the world will remember his visit. Like how the Maoris greeted Queen Elizabeth 2 years ago. The world found out. I think you guys were kept in the dark, but the rest of the world found out how the Maoris felt about the Queen of England. And Columbus, imagine the only color of the human race. The red Indians of the Western Hemisphere were the only color of the human race, not allowed to participate in the international community. That's why Columbus has to die. No one talks about majority rule in the 5 countries where we are majority. Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Panama, Colombia, Canada. Ostensibly in Canada because 90% of the non-Indians live within 100 miles of the U.S. border. And guess who lives in the north? And we control it. Canada found that out last year. The Oka crisis that you were kept from. When the Canadian Armed Forces employed more soldiers to surround 50 men, women, and children, Indians, than they sent to Saudi Arabia in the Gulf War. That's how serious the indigenous threat to industrial America is. And the Orwellian reality that you are now a part of. It's unacceptable that the legacy of Columbus keeps my people from sitting at the table of the international family of nations when all the rest of the sacred colors of the human race are there. Black, brown, yellow, white. We're missing. In 1900, they estimated there were approximately 250,000 Indians left in the continental United States and Alaska. 99.9% of that 250,000 were traditional Indian people. Now, according to the U.S. Census, who defines us by blood quantum, only 2 other countries in the world do that. One is past, Nazi Germany and South Africa. They say there are approximately 2 million Indians left in America, and there are less than 400,000 on the Indian reservation. Of those 400,000, there's less than 30,000 that are traditional Indian people. So the genocide is almost complete. In 92 years, we've went from 250,000 to less than 30,000. It's unacceptable. That is the Columbus legacy. To celebrate the first transatlantic slave trader is beyond me. Where are the black people, my allies? I was on the Poor People's March, man. I've been there in Washington, D.C. with you all. Where are my black brothers and sisters on this question? Columbus was the first transatlantic slave trader. But it was us, man, it was us. And this country and this city has the gall to celebrate it. And everyone knows he was a half a world off course. I mean, that's buffoonery, man. You can't be more off course than a half of a world. How can you celebrate a clown like that, man? How can anybody be proud that he's a hero of questionable ancestry? Because the Portuguese, who employed him first as a slave trader up and down the West African coast, that alone, I should be marching with thousands of black brothers and sisters on Columbus Day. Where's our allies, man? Where's the Catholics? Huh? Where's the Mormons? Huh? Where's corporate America, whose land they're getting rich off of? Can't they say thank you? And say no more Columbus Day, no more Redskins, no more Braves, no more Indians riding a spotted pony around a football stadium dressed in my ancestral heritage, Stanford, and Dartmouth, to name a few, along with University of Oklahoma, got rid of their names and their mascots. After I sued the Cleveland Indians baseball team for their racist, dehumanizing, derogatory symbol Chief Wahoo in 1971. You don't think that's an issue, Andy Rooney? Andy Rooney doesn't think that's an issue. The only time I have ever received hate mail was when I sued the Cleveland Indians baseball team for racism. I didn't even get hate mail from the leftists when I fought against the Sandinistas, man. But I got hate mail from the sports lovers of America. The ones that fill the stadiums, man. Now I know the four sacred colors that are primary. All colors are sacred. But in the Lakota way of life, we have four primary colors: black, red, yellow, and white. They represent the four quarters of the universe, the four winds, the 4 points, the 4 seasons, the 4 ages of the world, the 4 ages of the human being. Those colors represent medicine, health, well-being, spirituality. You mix those 4 colors together, black, red, yellow, and white, and you get the color brown, the color of our grandmother, the earth. I have respect. I have respect because I know that I wasn't born in sin. I'm not a born liar. You understand? My children are not born liars, and neither are you. You're not born in sin. I don't care what anybody tells you or what you believe. You're a good human being with feelings. And every damn one of us have feelings, man. And that's what makes us human beings and part of the family. You know? The hawks and the eagles don't integrate, but they have respect. The hawk flies lower and stirs up the world beneath it so the eagle can see a little bit better. The black widow spider has respect for daddy long legs, and they get along. The rattlesnake for the garter snake. The birch tree for the evergreen. And you go on and on throughout life and you find out that female-male balance. But you understand that we are no different than they are. And you understand that we're all born with feelings, man. The same feelings, the same pain, the same joy. So again, in the words of Chief Seattle, tribe follows tribe and nation follows nation. It's like the waves of the sea. It's the order of nature, and regret is useless. Your time of decay may be distant, but it will surely come. For even the white man's God who walked and talked with him as friend with friend could not escape our common destiny.
Welcome back. You know, it's like I was saying at the beginning, I have been a huge fan of Russell Means since before Last of the Mohicans. His stance on the rights of our indigenous peoples, our Native Americans, our original people on this continent, I've always respected. And for a short time, I was honored enough to have an autographed copy of his book, Where White Men Fear to Tread. Sadly, at the end of a breakup many years ago, my book disappeared before I had a chance to get my stuff out of the house. Hell hath no fury, I guess. He was not a soft spoken man. He was not a soft spoken person in general in anything that he got involved in, whether it be his movies, which he always tried to keep as authentic as possible, the same with his voiceover work, the same with his music, the same with his stance on on equal rights. Is it true that our Native American peoples will only have those rights if Columbus is dead? If we forget about Christopher Columbus and all of the things that he done, is that going to be the time when Native peoples are actually treated equal? I really hope not, because it was many years ago that it was proven that Columbus never touched foot on North America. But the things he done in Central America, where he did lay foot on land, his involvement in the Atlantic slave trade, his way of moving into an area and subduing, even killing the native peoples, kidnapping them, taking them back to Spain. He was not a good man. And why we celebrate this man is beyond me. Where is our Lewis and Clark Day? Where is our Leif Erikson Day? Other great adventurers and explorers who made a huge difference in the world. I could go on forever about this because this is something I am very emotional about. But I'm going to kill it right here. Until next time, y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. We do. And we'll see you out there.